make them agree on the terms of Lahore Khilafat Committee. Several meetings of the leaders of Khilafat movement also held in this historic city. The students of Lahore, especially of Government College, were very active in the Khilafat movement. It is also reported that in February 1915, a group of Lahore students, later joined by some from frontier province, crossed into Afghanistan with the objective of proceeding to Turkey and fighting for the caliphate. Moreover, after the creation of Pakistan, Istanbul was the first city to be declared as the sister city of Lahore in 1975. I once again welcome Your Excellency and your delegation in this historic and beautiful sister city of Istanbul. Pakistan and Turkey are two leading Muslim countries which share a common history, culture, philosophy, religion, traditions of enlightenment, peaceful coexistence, and societal relations. A few years back, Mevlana Rumi's city, Konya, established Allama Iqbal Park adjacent to Rumi's mausoleum. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, the dreamer and spiritual father of Pakistan, was admittedly inspired of Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi. His honorary grave at Mevlana's tomb gives a symbolic message of how spiritually and ideologically both states are close to one another. Ladies and gentlemen, Iqbal's relation with Rumi was established in his childhood when he learned Persian and later on studied from Maulvi Mir Hassan. Persian was also part of the basic training that he received in his early days. His father had spiritual affection, and often sheikhs and Sufis used to visit their home to conduct sessions on the books of Sufis. Therefore, Rumi was not a stranger to Iqbal from the spiritual as well as literary standpoint. However, historical evidence shows that the formally recorded relation of Rumi with Iqbal begins after 1908, when Iqbal acknowledged him as his spiritual mentor and an ideological guide. Since then, Iqbal remained in spiritual, philosophical and literary connection with Rumi till his death in 1938. In these 3 decades, Iqbal benefited and presented the teachings of Rumi as a panacea to the contemporary ailments and challenges faced by the Muslims in general and the Muslims of Indo-Pak subcontinent in specific. Iqbal's literary contributions commenced with the spiritual and philosophical assistance and guidance of his master Rumi. The opening of Iqbal's first Persian book, Asrar-o-Ramuz, is inspired by Rumi. Iqbal's book Asrar-e-Khudi is also in genre of Masnavi. Moreover, the meter of poetry is exactly same as that of Masnavi of Maulana Rumi. Even the subjects discussed in Iqbal's Masnavi Asrar-e-Khudi and the way their titles are constructed are similar to those which are addressed in Rumi's Masnavi. It all shows that Iqbal got inspiration from Maulana Rumi in his Asrar-e-Khudi, which is his first Persian book. Even in the beginning of the book, Iqbal quoted a popular poem of Maulana Rumi, "Di Sheikh ba Charagh hami gasht gard shahr kasde wadad malulam insana marzust." अगर हम इकबाल की रिकन्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ रिलीजियस थाट्स इन इस्लाम के जो इकबाल के फेमस फिलोसॉफिकल लेक्चर्स हैं उनको भी देखें तो उनमें भी इकबाल का बहुत ज़्यादा इसरार जो है वो मौलाना रूमी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह की फ़िक्र पे उन्होंने किया है और उससे उन्होंने استفادہ کیا. اس کے علاوہ اقبال کی کتاب جاوید نامہ وہ کمپلیٹلی ڈیڈیکیٹڈ ہے مولانا رومی کے لیے, اور اقبال پریزنٹس his spiritual journey along with مولانا رومی. اس کے بعد اقبال کی کتاب بال جبریل, جس میں اقبال کی چند طویل ترین نظموں میں ایک نظم ہے پیر و مرید, جس میں اقبال اپنے آپ کو مرید اور رومی کو ایک مرشد کے طور پہ پیش کرتے ہیں, اور عصر حاضر کے جو سوالات ہیں ان کو اقبال نے اپنی طرف سے پیش کیا, اور ان کے جو جواب ہیں وہ انہوں نے مولانا رومی کی مثنوی سے اس میں پیش کیے, جس سے اقبال نے بنیادی یہی بات اسٹیبلش کرنے کی کوشش کی کہ جو جدید دور کا فکری انتشار ہے اس میں مولانا رومی ایک نور کی شمع ہیں جو روشنی دکھا سکتے ہیں. اس کے علاوہ اقبال کی جو آخری کتاب ہے ارمغان حجاز, جو کہ اقبال کی وفات کے بعد شائع ہوئی. ارمغان حجاز کی رباعیات میں بھی اقبال نے بہت جگہ پہ مولانا رومی کو کوٹ کیا, اور خاص طور پہ رباعیات کا ایک پورا چیپٹر علامہ اقبال نے ڈیڈیکیٹ کیا مولانا رومی کے لیے. اور اسی طرح اقبال کی کتب پیام مشرق, ضرب کلیم, زبور عجم اور باقی کتابوں میں بھی اقبال پہ رومی کا اثر واضح طور پہ دیکھا جا سکتا ہے. اقبال اپنی ایک ربائی میں فرماتے ہیں چو رومی در حدم دادم ازامن ازوا مختم اسرار جامن بفتنہ بدور فتنہ اسر کوہن او بدور فتنہ اسر رواں من. Like Rumi in the harem, I called the people to piety. From him I learnt the secrets of life. In olden days when trouble arose, he was there. To meet trouble in present times, I am here. It is the reality that in era of Mevlana Jalaluddin Rumi and even in the preceding era of Hujjatul Islam Abu Hamid al-Ghazali, the movements of natural philosophers considered and preached the superiority of intellect over intuition or revelation. Similarly, in the era of Allama Iqbal, modernism and modern sciences used to either completely negate the revelation or presented it as inferior to intellect. Iqbal's thesis was deeply rooted in the fundamental idea that revelation is superior to intellect. To Iqbal, it is the basic principle of religion. He asserted that he is raising his voice in favor of his principle just like his mentor Rumi. Philosophically as well as practically, Iqbal presented the idea that the spirit is superior to physical body and revelation is superior to intellect. While presenting tribute to Rumi, Iqbal says, وقت است کہ بکشایم میں خانہ رومی باز پیران حرم دیدم در صحن کلیسا مست. وقت آ گیا ہے کہ میں رومی کا میں خانہ دوبارہ سے کھولوں کیونکہ میں نے حرم کے شیوخ کو کلیسا کے صحن میں رقص کرتے دیکھا. اس کا ایک تو مطلب وہی ہے جو پیچھے ہم بات کر رہے تھے کہ جو ویسٹرن انفلوئنس تھا سپریورٹی آف انٹیلیکٹ اوور ریولیوشن کا, ایک تو یہ اس کانٹیکسٹ میں اقبال کہتے ہیں, اور دوسرا اس کا جو مطلب تھا وہ another aspect is that there were number of scholars in the era of Iqbal used to define identity on the basis of language, ethnicity or geography. Iqbal used to call such scholars as followers of the Western philosophy Piran Haram Didam Dar Sehne Kalisa Mast, and argued that as per Rumi, Muslim identity is rooted and based on the spiritual principles instead of the material earth-rooted principles. So that is why Iqbal said that the identity of Muslims cannot be defined on the basis of language, ethnicity or geography. He presented the concept of universal brotherhood based upon spiritual principles and values. Both Rumi and Iqbal gave the message of hope, faith, love and respect for humanity based on spiritual principles. There lies a possibility of spiritual diplomacy between Muslim states to strengthen their relations. Before I conclude, I would recommend that a state-level Rumi Iqbal forum can be established by Government of Pakistan and Government of Turkey to enhance intellectual collaboration, societal relations, and to highlight the teachings of these personalities to counter the menace of Islamophobia and extremism at regional and global level. With these words, I would like to thank once again all the honorable guests, dignitaries, and especially Honorable Peer Nurul Haq Qadri Sahab for giving us this opportunity. I would also like to again express my heartfelt appreciation and welcome again His Excellency Dr. Ali Yarbash and the whole Turkish delegation. I look forward to an insightful discussion by the dignitaries और मैं बारे दिगर आप तशरीफ़ लाने वाले तमाम मुअज़्ज़िज़ और मोहतरम शुयूख़ उज़्ज़ाम का, उलमाए किराम का, पार्लियामेंटेरियंस का, प्रोफेसर्स का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ कि आप मुस्लिम इंस्टीट्यूट की दावत पे आज की इस तकरीब में तशरीफ़ लेके आए. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your very important and invigorating thoughts on Mevlana Rumi and Allama Iqbal. Thank you very much. Now for the keynote speech, I would